to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2024. I am Jamie Burr, Principal of Connect Academy. We would like to thank Provision Ace Hardware of Southern Pines for donating the plants for today's ceremony. Please refrain from excessive celebration while graduates are receiving their diplomas to ensure that all graduates are able to be recognized. Our young people and their families have worked hard to earn this achievement, so please help us maintain the dignity of the occasion by remaining seated until the ceremony concludes and the graduates have recessed from the auditorium. Thank you all for your full cooperation.
Good evening. I'm Mr. Swafford. I'm the former principal of the Connect Academy and current principal at West Pine Middle. At this time, please stand for the graduating class of 2024 and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance and our national anthem. We will then have a moment of silence in recognition of those friends, family, and all other loved ones who are not able to be here with us today. Please welcome Ms. Jasmine Nall, with taking 9 career and technical education courses and receiving a silver on her Work Keys assessment. Jasmine is our top CTE scholar, and she is here to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Jasmine. At this time, please welcome Ms. Julia Armitage for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars
Please remain standing for a moment of silence. Please be seated.
Good evening. I'm Emma Robinson, Connect Academy's High School Social Studies teacher. It is my privilege to introduce the dignitaries who are joining us on stage to honor the class of 2024. Please hold all applause until after the dignitaries have been introduced. Superintendent of Moore County Schools, Dr. Tim Locklear. Deputy Superintendent of Moore County Schools, Dr. Mike Metcalf. Assistant Superintendent for Human Resources, Dr. Pam Patterson. Assistant Superintendent for Budget and Finance, Ms. Tina Edmonds. Members of the Moore County Board of Education who are present today, Board Chair, Mr. Robert Levy, Vice Chair, Ms. Shannon Davis, and Ms. Stacy Caldwell. Please join me in giving them all a round of applause. We are proud of all of our graduates. We will next be hearing from our top 2 students. Please join me in welcoming Abigail Redenbaugh. With a GPA of 4.33, Abigail is graduating cum laude and is our salutatorian of the class of 2024.
Good evening, seniors, caretakers, parents, family, friends, school staff, and more. Today, I am lucky to welcome you to the Connect Virtual Academy Class of 2024 graduation ceremony. However, I would like to take a different approach to this welcome and speak to each separate member of the crowd directly, starting with our seniors and moving onward. Graduates, as you look to your left and the right, and right before you where I stand, you may not know the person sitting next to you or standing before you, but we are the same in some lights. We are all sitting here due to our achievements over the years, our desire for a good education or career, and our desire to succeed in the life that stands before us. We were all once these 5- and 6-year-old kids sitting on the playground or standing on the blacktop with our imaginations running wild. The one thing our imaginations couldn't comprehend was that 12 years later, we would be sitting here in these very seats, ready to make the larger steps in our lives. Fellow graduates, we have gone through many adversaries, those that are our own and others that we can all agree have changed us for our lives. I myself consider the COVID outbreak at the end of the 8th grade year to the start of high school one of the larger impacts on me for the past few years, including a decrease in communication between others and the rise of the internet. But amidst that, I am here to welcome you to your next steps as this evening begins. Parents, family, and caretakers, I would like to speak to you next. As you sit around and look at these various graduates, some may be your kids, and some may be a kid you do not know. The kid that you helped up to this point may have been the kid that sat at the kitchen table crying over struggling with math homework, as did I, too many times to count. But even so, you have made a larger impact on your child's school and career up to this point. You have sat through them with their greatest achievements and have sat through them with their worst. You have been with your graduate for the course of their life, and although we're not the primary teacher, you help them in other ways like life skills, even if that meant the stories that always began with, well, back in my day. Friends, no matter how many are here, I would like to talk with you briefly. Although you were not the parent, teacher, or other various figures in your graduating friend's life, you were still and still are their rock. You were the person who keeps them together when not with family or teachers. You were the one who might get them in trouble with class. You might also be the one who lives far away and can't be here tonight, but protects them with no end. I hope you remain that rock for your graduating friends, even if they move far for school or stay near and work. Lastly, school staff and teachers, I would like to speak with you as a conclusion. Although we may not have seen you very often except for Google Meets or testing, you are the ones who have made our education possible. At some point, you may have also been the teacher who had the cup of popsicle sticks on their desk with each student's name to pull at random. My worst nightmare, by the way. As a student who often sat in the back of the class or was told to sit with the rowdy kids because I was a good influence, I read lines ahead in my books in case my name was pulled from that cup of popsicle sticks. Amidst that, if you ever doubt you made an impact, well, I'm here to say that you have. You have helped these students when they ask for it, you are the ones who correct them on their mistakes, and the one who makes a large impact on where they go forward in their schooling career. As an overall ending to this speech, I would like to welcome everyone to this night and hope that there will be minimal tears shed throughout the rest of this evening. I wish you the best of luck, fellow graduates.
Thank you, Abigail. Please join me in welcoming Lillian Patterson. With a GPA of 4.46, Lillian is graduating magna cum laude and is our valedictorian for the class of 2024.
Good evening, everyone. Principal Burr, board members, dedicated faculty, supportive parents, and my fellow graduates of the class of 2024. My name is Lillian Patterson, and it's an honor to stand before you today as the valedictorian of Connect Academy's 2024 graduating class. Before we dive into the celebration of our achievements, it's important to acknowledge those who have made this journey possible. First and foremost, thank you to Mr. Swafford for your leadership and vision, which have been instrumental in shaping Connect Academy. Next, thank you to Principal Burr, who joined us in March and continues with this vision of supporting this unique school community of virtual learners. We are grateful to the Board of Education, who understands and supports diversity of students, enabling us to continue our virtual learning school community. To the Technology Department, thank you for your tireless efforts in ensuring that our educational experience was second to none by providing up-to-date devices. Your behind-the-scenes work often goes unnoticed, and by handling the technological details that kept our school running smoothly, we recognize and appreciate your invaluable contributions. To our incredible teachers, thank you for your unwavering dedication and passion in this unfamiliar territory of the education world and for establishing Moore County's first online public school. We appreciate your patience with us, even when we're too awkward to turn on our cameras or speak during lessons. You challenge us to think critically, to question the world around us, and to strive for excellence in all that we do, even behind our computer screens. Your impact on our lives extends far beyond the classroom, and for that, we owe you our deepest thanks. To our parents, grandparents, guardians, and sometimes insufferable siblings, thank you for living this life up until this point, and hopefully for the rest of our future. You have raised us, nurtured us, and dealt with our unpredictable teenage angst. You have put blood, sweat, tears, and so much more into our upbringing, and I thank you for that. And finally, to my fellow graduates, the remarkable class of 2024, we did it. We have navigated the trials and tribulations of high school together, and we have emerged stronger and wiser for it. Our journey has not been without its challenges, the most significant of which was the chaos of our 8th grade year due to COVID-19. Our school experience turned out to be far different from what we could have ever imagined. We transitioned from classroom learning to Zoom meetings practically overnight. Remember those days? We thought a 20-minute class break was a perfect time for a nap, and lunch became a gourmet meal at home. Some of us have found ways to keep in touch with our friends in long-distance communication, and others unfortunately fell out. We have adjusted to learning new ways of learning, and through it all, we persevered. That experience taught us resilience and adaptability, skills that will serve us well in this tech-heavy future. One of the things I've learned is that it's okay to be different, to be quiet, or even a little strange. In fact, it's these unique qualities that make us who we are and allow us to contribute something special to the world. So to all my fellow introverts, bookworms, and quiet thinkers, embrace who you are. Just because you don't say much doesn't mean you have nothing to say. As I stand here today, I can't help but remember my own journey. I was the quiet kid, the one who preferred the secluded company of books to people, the ones who sometimes felt out of place. Now here I am giving the valedictorian speech. In closing, as we once again approach the unknown, I'd like to leave you with a verse from the Bible to provide peace. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11. Thank you.
Thank you, Lillian. As the new principal, and this being Connect Academy's first formal graduation ceremony, I'd like to start a new tradition. The valedictorian and salutatorian each year will be presented with a tree to carry forward into this next phase of life. Plant this tree where you can witness its growth alongside your own transition into adulthood. As the tree's roots take hold, so too will you establish your foundation for the future. With each passing year, as the tree's rings signify its growth, your own experiences and memories will also flourish. Next, please welcome Mr. Will Herring, Assistant Director for Technology and Digital Learning, as our guest speaker for our ceremony this year. Mr. Herring has been an essential member of our success as a school, as well as supporting our students' success as virtual learners. Thank you for your continued support and advocacy for our graduates. Mr. Herring has 21 years in education, 10 of those with Moore County and 2 in his current role. In addition to his administrative work at the Technology Department and the Help Desk team, Mr. Herring leads various STEM and computer science programs for Moore County schools, including elementary robotics, middle school robotics, and MCS STEM camp. Please help me welcome Mr. Herring.
All right, good evening. First off, I want to thank Principal Burr, staff of Connect Academy, dignitaries, parents, guests, and our graduates. My name is Will Herring, your Assistant Director for Technology. I am excited, honored, and humbled to be asked to speak to each of you tonight. So we're gathered here tonight for the last time. But it's Connect Academy, so this also might be the first time. If that's right, it's even cooler that way. The first graduating class of Connect Academy, Moore County Schools' first fully virtual school. You all represent a new generation, a new high school experience, and one that was unimaginable one generation ago. But with all things now, it's a season of change. I'm going to second the statements of our speakers here and these wonderful speakers down there. We're proud of you. We're excited for you. We're excited to see what comes next in your lives. So for that reason, tonight we celebrate. Tonight we acknowledge your work, not just in high school, but over the past 13 years. We're going to talk about the journey that you went through with each other, your parents, and your teachers on this stage. It's an endpoint for that time. It's an endpoint for that phase of your life, for that growth. So let's draw back a little bit. 13 years ago, you no doubt entered our schools as a small child with a book bag that was bigger than you. You got taller, you got older, soon you were bigger than that backpack. You made some friends, you lost some friends, you had some great experiences, and you had some tough ones too. But no matter what happened, you learned and you advanced. So now here you are. You're at where the sidewalk ends. Now before I go any further, I need to ask Ms. Spicer, I am not intending to reference Shel Silverstein's poem. It's a good one, but that's not what we're doing. I want to instead use that phrase where the sidewalk ends to paint a picture for you, okay? Graduates, I want you to close your eyes. I want you to see yourself there. You're at the end of a sidewalk, looking out into the woods. Maybe it's a field. You're at the edge of town. Ahead of you, there are no paths, no foot trails. It's an undefined space. So how did we get here? Well, if you look back over your shoulder, what you're probably going to see, for many of you, is a nice winding sidewalk to a great community. Your movement has been largely prescribed to this point, hasn't it? You advance from grade to grade, kindergarten to first to second to third, and so on. On the sidewalk, success was well defined. You did well, you moved forward. Now you had to think a lot, but you didn't have to think about going left or going right. You just had to follow the path that had been laid out for you. There were challenges, but the path was marked. You knew where you were, you knew where you were going next, and you could move with absolute certainty in that field. Because on this sidewalk, the rocks were gone. It was smooth. Each step you took, you could feel confident in that step. It was certain. You did well, the grades ticked away, and it all led you to this place right now. It's the last step on that sidewalk, and you guys made it. That paved, prescribed path stops tonight. One more step, and you're off into that undefined territory, that wide open space. So what comes next? Are you excited? Are you scared? I think both's right. I think both are the right emotions. Because it's scary and it's exciting, because from here on out, you make the path. Each step from now on is going to create a journey that's unique to you. There are infinite possibilities here. The left and right turns that you're going to make are choices that you get to decide now. Those twists and turns are what will ultimately make you, you. Don't be overwhelmed. Don't. Just take it step by step and you'll work it out. I bet many of you have a good idea of what comes next. Maybe you're joining a family business, headed to Sand Hills Community College for 2 years, headed to a 4-year university, or maybe you're enlisting in the United States military. If you aren't sure at this moment what comes next, that's okay too. Because some people are put on this planet with a clear and absolute vision of who they are and what they want to be. And if that's you, that's awesome. But for most of us, that's not how it works. Our interests evolve as our life experiences grow. We figure out as we move on. Know that your plans and your goals are going to change over time because you don't live in a vacuum. We're impacted by the things, the events, and the people around us in our lives. So while you figure it out, my advice to you is to follow your interests. Find what holds your curiosity and jump down that rabbit hole. Let those be your compass as you make your path. But I do want to caution you. Don't assume that good things are going to fall in your lap. Not many great things in your life will come easily. You need to be prepared to spot and grab hold of a good thing when you see it. All right, so how do you become ready to seize those good things in life? It's a life lesson time. As a dad, I'm very excited to do these talks. Here we go. Number one, you need to pay attention. Keep an eye out for opportunities that present themselves, because they will, and you don't want to miss them. Number two, in that same vein, you need to take chances. You're going to have to keep stretching that comfort zone into new spaces. You need to try new things. Number three, be willing to fail and ready to learn from it. We all fall down when we try new things, every one of us. When it happens, you get up, you dust off, you reflect on it, and then you try again. The difference between a setback and a failure is usually the effort that you're willing to put in and your mindset persists. Don't quit when you decide you want something. Go get it. Number four, plan to be active. Put yourself in positions where good things can happen in your life. I encourage you to set goals for yourself in all areas of your life. Social, academic, professional, all the way. Goals can motivate us. They can help us push ourselves forward. Number five, surround yourself with people that support you and want the best for you. The power of a positive relationship is almost beyond measure. Having a social network is important, and they can vary. That network support might be family. It might be one solid friend that you can always count on, no questions asked. Some of you might have dozens of close friends. The number and the makeup of your circle doesn't matter. What matters is finding connections with other people as you go through life. The connections are what are important. Last but not least, number six, you have to personally invest in anything that you want to do well. An investment can be money, But more often than not, an investment is time, attention, and effort. You need to invest in yourself. Investing in your health and your mind are the most important investments that you can make. You've only got one of you, so look after it. You need to invest in your relationships. Great relationships can be a source of strength and encouragement for your whole life, but you won't have good relationships unless you work at it. Typically, the case is that you get out of them what you put into them. You need to invest in your community. If you want to live in a nice place, then you need to take ownership and make it a nice place. Help to build it, help to maintain it, do your part, and expect the people around you to do the same. With that, I'll bring this to a close. I want to again congratulate the Connect Academy class of 2024, certainly the first of many. I trust that each of you are going to find your path. Each of you will find your circle of support, and each of you are going to thrive. If at any time you need a little reassurance, look back behind you. You'll see that sidewalk, and you'll see all of us waving and cheering you on. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you, Mr. Herring, for your insightful words and well wishes. Before we continue with the awarding of the diplomas, and as you stand on the precipice of new beginnings, I want to share a few final thoughts with you. It is an incredible honor to stand before you today as the new principal of Connect Academy on this momentous occasion. Today we celebrate not only the achievements of our graduates, but also the journey that has brought each of you to this pivotal moment. Graduation is a time of reflection and anticipation. As you stand on the threshold of a new chapter in your lives, it is important to look back, just like Mr. Herring said, and appreciate how far you've come. You have faced challenges and embraced opportunities. You have grown, learned, and transformed in ways that will shape your future. You have demonstrated resilience, determination, and creativity. The world you're stepping into is full of possibilities and challenges. It has been freshly forged just for you during these past 4 years of your high school career. This graduating class holds a special place in our hearts as you have faced unprecedented challenges. I know we all love hearing that word, unprecedented, during the global pandemic. The COVID-19 crisis brought about abrupt changes to your learning environment, disrupted your daily routines, and tested your adaptability and perseverance. Despite these obstacles, you have shown remarkable resilience. You have adapted to virtual classrooms, you found new ways to connect with your peers, and continue to strive for excellence amidst adversity. You have played a tremendous role in the transformation of education. As you move forward, I encourage you to carry with you the lessons you have learned here. To the parents and families gathered here, thank you for your unwavering support and encouragement. Your belief in these students have been the bedrock upon which their achievements have been built. Your sacrifices, guidance, and love have been instrumental in their journey to this day. To our dedicated teachers and staff, your commitment to nurturing and educating these young minds has been nothing short of inspiring. You have not only imparted knowledge, but also instilled values, critical thinking, and a love for learning. Your impact on their lives will be felt for years to come. And graduates, each of you has a unique path ahead. Some of you will continue your education, others will enter the workforce, and some of you may take time to explore and discover what truly drives you. Whatever path you choose, know that you have the foundation and it is built for you to have a fulfilling and meaningful life. As you embark on this journey, I offer you a few pieces of advice. Embrace curiosity. Never stop asking questions. Curiosity fuels growth. No matter your path, approach life with an open mind. Seek knowledge, explore new horizons, and be unafraid to venture beyond your comfort zone. Embrace failure. Yes, failure. It's not taboo, it's a stepping stone. When you stumble, learn from it. Failure isn't the opposite of success, it is a part of it. So fail boldly, fail forward, and remember, Setbacks are merely setups for the comebacks. Embrace kindness. Kindness costs nothing, but yields immeasurable returns. Smile at strangers, lend a helping hand, listen with empathy. Small acts of kindness ripple outward, creating a better world for everyone. And embrace resilience. Life won't always go as planned. Storms will come, but you are stronger than you realize. When the winds howl, stand firm, bounce back, adapt, and find strength. And finally, embrace purpose. Find your why. What drives you? What ignites you? What's your passion? Whether it's art, science, service, or something else entirely, pursue it relentlessly. Your purpose will guide your path through the foggy days and illuminate your way. With all of this to say, the future is yours to shape, and I have no doubt that you will accomplish remarkable things. Each of you has a unique story, a tapestry woven from countless moments of learning, laughter, and life experiences. Cherish those threads, for they form the fabric of who you are today. Congratulations once again, the class of 2024. May your tapestry continue to be woven with wonder, purpose, and joy. Go forth and make us proud. And now, for the awarding of the diplomas, I'd like to welcome Mrs. Christina Spicer, Connect Academy's high school English teacher, for the reading of the names, as well as Mrs. Michelle Lynch, Connect Academy's high school science teacher, for the assistance with the diplomas. As a reminder, please hold all applause until graduates have been announced to ensure that all graduates have been recognized.
Graduates, please stand. Lillian Noel Patterson. Abigail Marie Redenbaum. Julia Ellen Armitage. Mia Brooke Brigman. Savannah Grace Butts. Emma Kaylin Davis. Jonathan Billy Doughton. Marshall Reese Gibbs. Nicholas Alexander Calvocarices Hahn. Camden Faith Harris. Trevor Daniel Jackson. Janae Nicole Johnson. Sanaya Talia Kirby. Jashana Kiari Kirby. Cynthia Marie Kaiser. Elisha Mikhail McCrae. Victory Morales Hardison. Jasmine Holder Knott. Angel Nieto Bustos. Nathan Lee Pate. Elijah Cade Perry. Josie Marie Fisner. Kelly Ann Pearson. Jacob Daniel Rodriguez. Jamie Claire Ruckman. Kendrick Laurel Smith. Sarah Jane Underwood Thomas. Asia Rashid Watts. Bianca Latron White. Nicholas Jermaine Williams.
Let's give it up for our graduates. And now for the part that we have all been waiting for. Class of 2024, please stand. Today is the beginning of the next chapter of your story. Always remember who you are, the strength that's within you, and that you are an important part of our world. Seniors, grab your tassel. You have now completed the requirements set forth by Connect Academy, the Moore County Board of Education, and the state of North Carolina. By the power vested in me by the state of North Carolina as the principal of Connect Academy, you may move your tassels from right to left. I now pronounce you graduates of Connect Academy. Congratulations! All right, families, please remain seated until all graduates have recessed from the auditorium. Thank you for joining us tonight and supporting our graduates.